watching around the world, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Live from the Five-Star Veterans Memorial Arena in Jacksonville, Florida. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a freestyle fighter holding a professional record, 13 wins, 7 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 264.5 pounds. Fighting out of Homewood, Alabama, presenting the #9 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Walt, the Big Ticket Harris. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 45 wins, 18 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 253.5 pounds. Fighting out of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, presenting the former Strikeforce heavyweight champion and the #8 ranked heavyweight contender in the world, Alistair the Demolition Man Overeem.
All right, gentlemen in the center, please. All right, guys, been through the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times. I want you to protect yourselves at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now. Good luck to both of you, all right? Good job.
Just about set to go. Main event, one final time. 3 events in 8 days culminates with top 10 heavyweights getting ready to throw in our main event here from Jacksonville, Florida.
You ready, sir? Round 1, let's go.
Dan Mergliata claps him in. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Toyo Tires, the official tire of the UFC. Walt Harris, small favorite, is in the blue. Alistair Overeem, as a small underdog, is in the gray.
As I said when Walt was walking in, he's got to cut the cage off. Alistair, as we see, is on the back foot here. No doubt he's going to be elusive. We've seen the power of Walt Harris, you know.
And we've seen how quick it takes. This fight's already gone longer than his last fight. It was a 12-second knockout last summer against Alexei Oleinik. Before that, 50 seconds against Sergey Spivak in Ottawa.
At this point in his career, you know, Overeem's such a crafty veteran. He's not going to just go into a big firefight immediately. He's going to pick the right time. He's going to dance around. He's going to look for openings, look for holes, and then look for the reaction.
Dips.
Oh.
Ooh, big punches there from Harris.
Yeah.
But this is what Overeem does. He's patient, he sits back, and he really picks his shots.
Big combination from Harris.
Massive right hand.
Overeem trying to survive.
Overeem trying to stay in this.
Raining down some big shots.
This is big.
Hammer fist. Overeem
He's still surviving.
Still scrambling here.
No way.
Overeem suffocating with the pressure here.
Oh! Big shots from Harris.
Referee giving
working the
plenty of
body.
chance.
Harris raining down, and
Oh, man,
Overeem
these are
just
big
covered
left
up.
hands.
Knee on belly now.
Watch the ankle there. Overeem looking at.
Man, I tell you what, people talk about Overeem's chin. It just stood up to a lot of damage.
Nice sprawl, though, and his lip or his nose is opened back up after some big shots from Harris.
I think it's his eyebrow.
Man.
Oh, yeah, big cut.
Boy.
Big
Man.
cut.
I mean, fair play to Dan Mergliata, so pardon me. He could have stopped that fight there.
Mergliata was the referee for Overeem's last fight against Jair
Oh,
Rosenstruik.
he's hurt, he's hurt.
Oh, and now a front kick to the middle, but Harris stumbles and look out.
Got a little too excited there.
Overeem
Nice
trying to
big.
calm him down and grapple.
Up, Walt, circle to over it, let's go.
Big
Side
deep
control
breath
for
from
Overeem.
Harris as he rolls to his back.
And a lot of time,
Overeem in
guys.
side control
Yeah.
here.
A lot of time. 240 with Overeem on top.
He's got to be careful. He's giving up his back already.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
giving
this
up
is
the
not
mount.
good.
He's got to turn back into him. You can't give up your back. And see the way that Overeem's controlling that arm? He's only got one hand that he can use. He can rain down blows with that left hand as he's doing there.
Yeah, he's going to suck that wrist in. Walt's got to get that wrist back.
Walt's got to
so
be
he can
really
protect himself. He's got to use defense to try to work his way up. And Overeem just looking for nice shots here, taking his time, still clearing his head.
He's got to be really careful because the wrong move, and he's going to get choked out.
Throw it behind you, swim.
Now trying to put that left elbow up to dodge or to block some of that punishment from Overeem. He finds himself in dominant position and 2 minutes to work here.
Take your time, baby. Take your time. Stay
Yeah, and
calm.
Overeem doing a really good job. See, he's going under the armpit and pulling that wrist in, folding him down so that he can just start raining shots with his left hand. But the position they're in, Overeem's having trouble finding real power shots here.
Yeah, no real heat on these shots.
Well, I don't know about that, guys. They're right there in front of me.
There you go.
They sound pretty powerful.
They sound like they hurt. They look like they hurt.
Well, they certainly don't tickle.
Yeah, Harris certainly wearing them well, though.
You're good here. That's it. Control that
Speaking of
wrist.
wearing it well, I mean, Overeem really showed his veteran spirit there to figure that out and get back on top.
Yeah, that was so impressive to be able to weather that storm and then come back and get the takedown.
Still got his fingers in the cage.
Go, Walt. You're good here. Fingers out of the cage. Thank you.
This is a better position for him.
Get your gun.
Harris trying to use this fence down here.
He's got to be careful because Overeem's going to step over that other leg and then he's almost in full mount.
And this is definitely some of the skills that Overeem's been working up in Colorado, sucking that wrist in, controlling his opponent from top position and landing some big shots.
Need some left since he
I tell you
a
what,
little bit
guys.
more power.
Those guys
40
have-
seconds to survive now.
They have a lot of sting on them.
Yeah.
You're good. That's nice, Walter. That's good.
He's taking some deep breaths as well.
Right under the hook. Right under the
Walt's
hook.
really blowing here.
That's a
This is
large
good,
man
though.
on top of you right there. Full
Walt-
mount
No,
as
thank you.
Overeem
Walt's
postures
got to
up.
get his left arm underhooked to Overeem. So under the armpit with the left arm, and then use the right hand to pose like he is, but really straighten it and try and get back up. There it is. He's almost up, but he's got to protect the back.
Ooh, big knees.
Knee to the
Gotta
body,
protect the
still a knee
faces.
down here
You
for
don't want to be
Harris.
in that position with Overeem.
No.
Oh, knee to the body on the way up.
Nice work, though.
Final seconds of the first round, and Harris fires off one more shot. We're going to keep it here between rounds 1 and 2. And you see the disappointment on Harris's face. He knew he had Overeem kind of where he wanted him. Let's listen into Chris Connolly.
You see what he wants to do, right? Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece. Hand, deep breaths right now. Deep breaths. Control your
That
breathing.
might have been all he had. We got it. Yep. He pushed hard, right? We're going to have to hand fight and close the distance. You felt how easy it was to get on top. Let's get back on top, okay? Let's get back on top. Breathe. Breathe.
Here we go. Let's take a look at some of the action here. Checks the kick, and then Walt just clips with a 2-3. Drops Overeem. Looks like he was going to be able to get the finish, but Reem, being the veteran that he is, looks for that heel hook, gets on top, takes advantage of Walt being overly aggressive, and ends up on top with some beautiful ground and pound to finish the round.
He just got a little carried away, got a little overzealous, threw the kick, fell on the floor.
So ready for round number 2 here. Each with their moments in round 1, but that was a lot of ground control time for Alistair Overeem. After Harris kind of stumbled after that kick and lost his balance. The game plan is there for Harris, though. All 13 of his pro wins by knockout.
Yeah, this is where MMA is so different than boxing, for example, right? Because if there's a knockdown in boxing, it pretty much, you've got to really work to come back to win that round. But in MMA, you can get a takedown and control the rest of the round. So it's like, well, what are we scoring? That's where these things can get difficult. But Overeem controlled a good almost 240 of that fight from top position.
But I would say that Walt landed the more damaging blows. I mean,
Yeah, of
he
course.
nearly had him knocked out. The referee was looking very closely. He was thinking about stopping the fight. But of course, now they're back on the feet.
Something else to keep in mind, first 5-rounder for Walt Harris. Alistair Overeem has gone 5 rounds before, including in his last fight against Jair Rozenstruik. And Harris coming in a bit heavier than he usually does to this fight. Had to cut a little bit of weight to get down to 265.
Yeah, I don't think there's a heavyweight on the planet that has the experience that Alistair Overeem does at this point. He's just been around so long. I think it was 1999 he made his debut. You know, he's several different styles over the years, great submissions, and experience. You just can't buy that, and it's so valuable in the fight game.
It looks like Walt is going to take this time to still recover from being tired at the end of that first round. He's really picking his shots and just getting his breath back, which is probably smart.
And
he doesn't want to rush right now.
If you have 25 minutes to work, use them, right? Sometimes if you and now Overeem is swarming. Harris is down and covering up.
Walt's trying to recover, but this is where Overeem was before at the end of the first round.
It was a beautiful head kick and then a big right that put him down. My word, this is bad.
Mergliata letting him have some chances to recover here on the ground. Harris covering up. Overeem staying busy with that right hand, and more than 3 minutes to work on the ground.
If Overeem can get under that armpit of Walt Harris and land shots, you see him there doing it now. Now he has two entrances there to land these strikes, and Walt can do nothing but guess on where those shots are going to come from.
And when Overeem comes under the armpit, it lands underneath the chin. It's just a vicious blow.
Yeah, that's the worst one,
yeah,
right? When
it really
you come
is.
underneath.
Yeah. The ones at the side of the head, yeah, they hurt, of course. They wobble you, they rock your equilibrium. But when it comes under the armpit to the chin,
let's go. Roll.
This is a terrible position.
Yes, coaches asking all over him. Mergliata with a warning as well.
Face down, flattened out, facing the canvas with Alistair Overeem on your back. It's terrible.
Mergliata giving him another warning and giving him the benefit of the doubt here, but Harris just has nowhere to go.
Yeah, they're going to stop it. Overeem's going to just look for a submission here. He's got him completely flattened out.
Get control of your other hand. Walt, to do something. Buck him off of you.
Overeem just a few more shots.
Doesn't even want to.
Yeah. Mergliata steps in. Alistair Overeem with the second round TKO. And as you would expect, a boatload of respect immediately shown by Overeem to Walt Harris.